All right, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Talon Jenkins. Joined with our hosts, we got Ryan Gilbert and Joel Meyer. Gentlemen, how the hell are we doing tonight?
I'm doing good here. The Philadelphia Flyers are an absolute wagon. I was at the game last night, went pretty hard, was off today. So, a little groggy, a little tired today, but it's all in good fun. Right back at it tomorrow, Flyers are. So, yeah, things doing well here in Philadelphia. We got like 6 inches of snow today after getting a few inches earlier this week. So finally getting snow here for the first time all winter, but it's good when it snows, but then after a few days, you're just sick of it.
Yeah, when it snows here, it turns to slush in like 2 days. It fucking sucks. If it's going to snow, just stay frozen so you can actually walk on instead of getting your boots all wet. As for myself, yeah, the listeners, you guys probably expect me to come in with like a report on hockey or tennis. We'll save that for later, but no, Denver Nuggets, they stomped the Boston Celtics 102-100. Not really a stomping, but they broke the Celtics unblemished home record. That was their first home loss, 2-1 for the Nuggets. A nice little change on that, but made up for most of the shitty day in hockey. Even not a good. I was due for a little bit of a bathing in blood, a bloodbath, and it happens tonight in hockey. But whatever. Big slate tomorrow. Lots of tennis coming up, and yeah, go Nuggets. It's a big step towards defending the title.
Yeah, no snow here in Toronto, man, but it is chilly as hell. With the wind chill and shit, it's like minus 21 degrees below par. It is insane out there. I'm not leaving my house unless I absolutely have to, and definitely not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. That's going to be cold as shit. Other than that, I'm doing all right. I'm with you. I got rinsed in hockey today. It was a tough go. There was a bunch of overs that went under, a couple unders that went over. We got some shit teams winning. I don't know. Look at right now. We got fucking... What is it? Chicago beating the Islanders, and the Islanders stink, but still, it's like, what are we doing here? Losing to that team? That sucks. Other than that, doing okay. A little bit going on in the world of golf and stuff like that, too. So I got a couple guys shaking for this weekend here. I pretty much got all my eggs in Patrick Cantlay's basket at this time, but hopefully that slow-ass guy will come through for me. Fingers crossed. It's been a fun tournament to watch, though, so I'll give it that. Other than that, doing good though, so let's keep this rock and rolling here. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. It's the place to be. Tons of stuff in the world of sports. Obviously, we got hockey. What do we got? Like 12 games or something we got to run through today, so that'll be pretty deep. What else is going on? There's basketball stuff shaking the world of basketball. Football, we got playoffs kicking on tomorrow for the I guess it'd be the quarterfinal round, so that'll be pretty sweet.
They call it the divisional round, even though it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's weird, but whatever. NFL is always right, so what can you do? Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports, man. You can find all that information at the SGPN website. Be sure to go there, check it out, listen to the other shows. Everyone's doing such a kick-ass job, as always. And be sure to read the other articles, all the articles. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles that he's pumping out. What is this called? You guys went live during the Doden match. Who the fuck is Doden?
It's his girl. It's his French girl. We got that plus 250 or something like that on her. She's up a set and leading in the second set. So yeah,
she hot?
Yeah, she's pretty lithe. She's skinny as fuck, but no, she's sharp.
Right on. That's maybe he's right. Maybe we should just stream that instead. Anyway, so be sure to check out all the articles and stuff. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles that he's pumping out weekly. Those are pretty sweet. You can find them at the website. Nice way to get an edge in the dog days of the fantasy hockey season here. And of course, man, shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. Discord's always popping off. It's been pretty lively in there, obviously, with the Australian Open, all the tennis heads rocking and rolling in the hockey channel there. That's awesome to see as long as everybody's having a good time. And I've tailed a couple bets, won a little bit of money from what everybody's saying in there. So it's a good way to kind of boost the bankroll a bit before the hockey games start. So if you're not in the Discord, be sure to get in there. You can reach out to myself or Ryan. We'll point you in the right direction. You can reach out to the HG Peak Twitter account. Social media assistant producer will get you everywhere you need to go as well. I don't know. Or what else you can do is just go get some soggy shoes and go to the soggy shoe dryer place. And when you're at the soggy shoe dryer place in Vancouver with the rest of the whole goddamn city, you'll see our very own Joel Meyer there, and he'll be de-sogging his shoes out. You can ask him, "Hey, Joel, how the hell do we get into the Discord?" That's how he'll tell you.
You have to be more specific. There's about 100 homeless shelters in this city. So
yeah, that's
just what you're describing.
That's very fair.
Yeah, Discord's been good there. Round the clock with the Australian Open going on. We're also been going on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there on YouTube. Just search for the Hockey Gambling Podcast and subscribe there. Also subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple or Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll read it at the end of the show. Also, make sure you turn on auto downloads to get the episodes in your feed as soon as they are published.
Right on, man. All right, we're gonna go through our lock dogs and totals from last show here. These games took place yesterday on January 18th. Ryan went 2-1, up 1.55 units. Jolie went 2-1, up 0.18 units. I went 1-2, down 2.20 units. Gilbert, kick us off here, buddy.
Yeah, my lock was the Lightning minus 142 at home against the Wild. They got that one pretty easily. I think it was a 7-3 final there, so that was a good one there. My dog, Oilers puck line versus Seattle, plus 114. I think they were losing in that one, if I'm not mistaken. I think maybe even possibly 2-0. Came back and won that one 4-2. So we were able to get that dog there. My total, just a complete whiff. Blues Caps under 5.5 at plus 105. Caps scored 5 themselves. Blues added 2. So still a 2-1 plus 1.55 units. Can't be mad about that based on how I've been going here.
My lock was the Rangers on the road against the Knights, and the key word there is on the road. I did not factor this into the equation. The good old Vegas flu. Rangers coming off of a win. They were feeling good. They're top of the division, whatever. They're the kings of the world. So what do? They party all night, of course, and they show up totally flat. They get stomped 5-1 against the Knights. Knights were the much better team in this one. Bad bet there, but a couple of good bets here. Canadian Senators minus 1.5, plus 136. This was never in doubt, really. Sens just stomped the Canadians coming off of a win against the Devils. That was a good one. Leafs Flames over 6.5, minus 122. There should have been like 9 goals in this game with all the chances, especially in the third period. I gotta talk about this one with the stupid fucking review. It took away Connor Zeri's goal, the future Calder Trophy winner, because it was a sick goal wrapped around. It was absolutely incredible. But it was called back because the puck hit a Flames glove, and they reviewed it and they overturned it. It took like 5 minutes to do it. I hate that shit. But anyway, the bet won, so good for me.
Gotta just hate those blatant hand passes, eh? Why should that even be a rule? Jeepers creepers.
It's fine with the rule. I just hate the review to review. It bounced off his glove. It wasn't like he passed it with his glove anyway.
I don't know. No, I
watched it.
I know. I agree with you. It's kind of bullshit. It was a little bit before the play too, so I get what they're doing here, but I don't know. It's shaky at best, I guess. And then Keith took a timeout too, like before the puck drop.
Yeah,
just to get an extra time to look at it, which I get. It's from a coaching point of view, like it's a good move.
Yeah. Do what you take to win. I just hate the review.
There.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know, a bit of a kick in the pills there, but yes, it happened. For myself, I had my lock: LA Kings money line versus Nashville minus 155. I think Nashville won like 2-1 or something like that. I got eyes on this game, dude. I don't know what's up with this Kings team lately, and I follow and converse with quite a few actually of Kings fans on Twitter, and these people are fucking worried, man. Like they're calling for Todd McClellan's head and shit. Like they want him just right out of here. Personnel wise, obviously PLD has had a shit season so far. They've been complaining a little bit about goaltending. Everybody still loves Drew Doughty, of course. How can you not? But things are a little ugly over there in Nashville or in LA rather. For my dog, St. Louis moneyline plus 100 versus Washington. Cap showed up. I think it was like a 4-1 final or something like that. They kind of seemed to dominate this game here. Pretty shit game, though. And then my total, Arizona, Vancouver, under 6.5 and minus 125. I forget what the final was with this game, but it ended up going under.
Yeah. All right. We are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. If this ad read document would load here, but it's currently not loaded.
We love them, man.
You don't have.
We love those guys.
I don't have this one memorized yet. If it was here we go. We're brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. Of course, electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SGP. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SGP. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
All right, boys. We got a 12-game slate set here for Saturday, January 20th. You ready to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah.
All right, first game on the docket here. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Buffalo Sabres. Game itself is in Buffalo. Tampa on the money line sit at -120. Sabres on the money line at +100. The over-unders at 6.5. Overpay not +100. The under -120. Jolie, why don't you fire off this game for us here?
Sure. Yeah, the both teams are playing better lately, especially the Lightning. Though I think that they're putting things together. They're still relying too much on the power play, but you know what? That's what it takes to win, and then that's what'll happen. You just use your weapons that you have, your best weapons, and they've been using them. So yeah, well, I like the Lightning here. Are priced too short here. -120. I think that they are a better team than that against the Sabres team. We were kind of pulling things together a little bit, but still disappointing season. And no, they're just not in the Lightning levels this year. So Vasilevsky's playing better. Kucherov is still one of the best players in the league. He leads the league in points currently. And yeah, give me the Lightning here. I love that. Sabres are playing better defensively, so I would like the over, but for that reason, I got to stay away. They're getting some goaltending too, finally. So no play in the total, but I love the Lightning to win this game.
Yeah, like Joel said there, the both teams have been playing better recently, and in the last 10 games, Sabres have the 9th best expected goals for percent, Tampa Bay at 14. But then you look at Buffalo's schedule, coming off back-to-back 3-0 shutout wins against San Jose and Chicago, kind of buoys that up a bit. Played Ottawa twice in there, Montreal, Columbus. Some not great teams here that they were able to just rack up the shot attempts against. So, and I look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been playing, mostly competitive hockey here against decent opponents, won 4 in a row, including against the Kings, Devils, and Wild. Ducks thrown in there as well, but they're taking care of business. The only thing that worries you is betting the Bolts on the road here. 8-12-2 on the road. It's a bit of an issue all season long. But I think going into Buffalo with a team that's, I think Jeff Skinner's out for a while now. Yogi Harju is questionable Saturday. Yeah, I think Tampa, has some injuries of their own with Sergachev out and Cernak questionable. Cernak questionable there, but yeah, -120 is just way too low here. I would even consider the Lightning puck line here, +195. A few straight wins by margin, 7-3, 5-1 in the last 2. And the Sabres' most recent losses have all been, by margin. Besides that 1-0 against Vancouver, lost 5-2, lost 5-1, 4-1. 9-4, 2-0, 5-1. So when they lose, they typically lose big, and I could see the Lightning putting up a big spot here. So all over Tampa.
Yeah, not really much else to add there. You guys touched on it. -120 in Tampa in this game seems a little bit insane. This is a team that we all know they struggled out the gate this year. Obviously, lots of injuries help pertaining to that, but they're on a 4-game heater right now coming into Buffalo. I don't see why they won't be battling hard to extend that to 5. Brian touched on it though. Road record has been, a lot more to be desired. 8-12-2. Same with division record. Only 4-4-3. Buffalo is 7-5-1 against the division this year. So kind of leaning towards Buffalo when it comes to that side of things. With that being said, obviously I think nobody can argue Tampa's the better team, better goaltending, better forwards, better defense as well, even with Sergachev out there. So at -120 here, I feel like this is kind of crazy. So I'm going to be all over Tampa. As far as over-under goes in this game, Buffalo has been getting better goaltending as of late, whether that be from Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or whoever else they got playing for them here. I think I'm seeing Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen starting tomorrow, so we'll see if that ends up happening or not. I'll be keeping an eye on that, but I do like the under in this game, 6.5 at -120. Buffalo hasn't really been scoring as much goals this year, 21st in the league for goals per game. So give me the under, give me the Bolts. Okay, moving to the 1 p.m. time slot. We got the Colorado Avalanche against the Philadelphia Flyers. Game itself is in Philly here. Oh, we got a little love battle between you two. You guys got anything special on the board here or no?
I mean, just both of our Flyers futures. So
yeah, let's get Flyers win in overtime.
Yeah, everybody gets a point. Fair enough. Colorado on the money line at -125. Flyers on the money line at +105. The over-unders at 6. Over paying off -125. The under +105. Right, guy, what do you got? Are you going to this game or no?
I'm not. I'm
I
working
feel like
tomorrow
I feel
afternoon,
like you're
so.
going to like every Flyers game. I feel like
I have the Flyers pass, which is 4 games a month for $100. So that was last
That's
night's game, and then Sunday's game, home game against Ottawa at 1:00. I will be at that one, but not going to be at this one here. I said for the last one, I was taking the bias aside. Dallas probably should have been the bet, but then the Flyers just came out and absolutely dominated the Stars. I think shots in the first period were 15-1. Shots overall were 43-15. It was a close game at one point. It was 2-1 in the second period. Going into the third period, it was only 2-1. And then Flyers got a power play goal, got a penalty shot, got that Owen Tippett spinorama backhand goal. So, they're now won 5 in a row here. And I kind of like them here as dogs, plus 105. The Avs are in a tough spot here. Final game of a 5-game road trip. Going to be their fourth game in 6 nights, going from Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Boston, now down to Philly. And, Flyers just remained at home. Had a nice snow day today. Maybe got out there and made some snowmen, maybe snowball fights. But, I think the Flyers are playing the right way right now. I love the John Tortorella for Jack Adams. Hopefully you guys got in on that. But, the Flyers, I think, are the real deal right now. So, give me plus 105. Then I'll lean to the I want to lean to the under 6, but I don't know what the goaltending situation is for the Avs. So, pass on the total and just a play on the Flyers.
Goaltending situation doesn't really matter. I mean, Georgiev is playing a little better now, but still, he's nobody to be afraid of. Flyers definitely have the advantage in net. If it's Eustace Annunen or Prosvetov, I think Prosvetov is out, or he's I don't know what happened to him actually.
I saw they sent down Annunen.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was like a paper move for cap reasons or what.
No, because he sucks, and given the young Finnish guy a chance. You don't want that guy in net for sure. So I understand wanting to know who's in net for the Avs, even though Georgiev hasn't been great for most of the season. But for the game, I have to take the Flyers here. Why not? I mean, they're hot, they're cooking with gas. Avalanche are reeling after losing Nichushkin. Avs they've been pretty hot lately, but most of those games were with Nichushkin, and without him in the lineup, it's just the top line. That's all that they have going, and to be fair, it's a fucking mighty top line, especially with Makar on the ice behind him, and Devon Taves, who's been hot too. I think he has like 11 goals now. But after that, the Flyers have a lot more depth, so I think they can come in waves. We saw how the Kraken troubled the Avalanche in the playoffs last year with that much superior depth. Knights do the same thing to the Avs, so I like the Flyers here, plus 105. Avalanche off of the win to the Sens there. So give me the Flyers at home, keep it rolling. And I mean, you would think that it correlates with the under, but it's an Avalanche game. You got to go over, especially if it's under 6.5. I don't care. The Flyers are great defensively. They're getting great goaltending. Avalanche games, they just it's just balls to the wall hockey right now, and they're all going over. So and McKinnon is on fire. So he scored again in the last game. So give me the over and give me the Flyers.
Dude, this is awesome, this game. I'm just going to say it right now, because what you have is you have one team that, when you look at the numbers and stuff, they're absolutely horrendous on the offense, but their defense is probably top 5 in the league. And on the opposite side, you have a team that's a top 5 offensive team against a team that's defensive numbers are more around the middle of the pack tier. Like, you look at the Flyers offensively, they're 24th in the league for goals for. Their power play is worst in the league. Their shooting percentage is 8th in the league. Like, they're topping shots on goal, though, so they're getting a shitload of shots. And then just defensively, they're a fucking juggernaut, man. And who can you give that to? That's Tortorella. He has his team buying into proper systems, as he should, as we'd expect from a John Tortorella coach team. But more importantly, the players are like, hell yeah, we're going to do this. This is how a team built like us wins. And clearly they're doing that, man. This Philadelphia team's been on an absolute heater. What do they got? 5 wins in a row going into this game. A lot of the damage they've been doing has been on the road, but they've still been fine at home. I guess 11-8-2. I don't know. This is a tough game. I got to go with you guys, though. I think I got to take the Flyers here at plus 105. I've been preaching defense, I feel like, all year on the show. And finally, when a team does it, how am I going to go against them? So give me Philly. As far as over, under, I'm with Jolie, though, man. Every time I bet the Avalanche, it seems to go over. It seems like Georgiev's letting in 3 or 4 goals. They still might win and they still might play good, but just pucks seem to be going in a little bit. And even though the Flyers, have a little bit of a tough time putting the biscuit in the basket, they're their team that's on fire right now. Ryan touched on it. That own typical goal was sick the other night. So they're finding ways to get it done. So give me the over, especially at 6, and then give me Philly plus 105 here.
I said the last Avs game was against the Sens. I forgot about the Boston game, and even the Boston game went over. So that's kind of the template here. 7 goals in that one, including the empty netter. But still, I think that the over was the right play in that one. So that's just another reason to go over.
All right. Moving down to 3 p.m. time slot here. We got the Winnipeg Jets against the Ottawa Senators. Gentlemen, today it marks the end of an era. Today marks the end of an era. It also... So I got to say, I apologize to the fine folks of Winnipeg, the people of Winnipeg, and to the town of Winnipeg, the city of Winnipeg, the surrounding area, to the province of, I don't even know where Winnipeg is. Manitoba, I guess. The province of Manitoba. I apologize. I've been giving you guys the gears for 3 years on the show, and you know what? You don't deserve it. Winnipeg is a beautiful place, especially in the summertime. A lot of mosquitoes, so look out for that. That kind of sucks. But Winnipeg, I'm sorry. With that being said, when one door closes, another one opens. And there is officially a new city that deserves to be tarred and feathered, to be dragged through the mud and fucking punched in the face at every opportunity. This city is so bad that the fans of this city doesn't even want to cheer for the team. This city is so bad that they're literally the only city in Ontario that's in an earthquake zone. Even God hates the city. He's tarnishing that so much. The transit system doesn't even exist. All they have is buses, no subway. It's that fucking terrible. Carleton University had the top student suicide rate in 2017 because everyone's just so miserable because it's so cold there. The roads, not only do you have to take the bus all the time, if I had a nickel for every pothole in this city, this team would have had enough to sign Erik Karlsson in his prime. That's how bad this fucking city is. And that new city is the boring, lame-ass, shit fucking city of Ottawa. You stink, Sens. Your team fucking sucks. Your people are shit. Your city's boring. What are you going to do? Go to the museum? We'll tell you what. The museums stink. I've been to the War Museum. It's cool. Every other museum you got there sucks. So Ottawa's shit. Unlike Winnipeg, I've actually been to Ottawa, so I can actually have a proper opinion here. Your city sucks. Your people sucks. Everybody that works there works in the government. The shitty thing about people that work in the government, all they do is tell you that they work for the government and want to talk about it. Well, go fuck yourselves. Your city sucks. Your people sucks. Your team sucks. Team doesn't even play in the city. You are shit. So fuck Ottawa. All right, in this game, we got the Jets minus 142 on the money line, the Sens plus 120 on the money line, the over-unders is 6.5, over sitting at plus 100, the under minus 120. This is insane to me. You got to be going with the Jets in this game, especially at minus 142. This team is first place in the Central, for Christ's sakes, a record of 29-10-4. Ottawa's last in the Atlantic by a landslide. It's tough with having no Mark Scheifele. That's true. You can't go against that. But Shane Pinto isn't back for Ottawa yet. He's still up because of his gambling charges. This is a Winnipeg team that's 13-4-2 on the road, though, man. They're absolutely sick. I'm not sure if we're going to see Connor Hellebuck or Laurent Brossoit. Good old Larry Brossoit. We love him on this show. Even if it is Larry Brossoit, his numbers this year have been absolutely lights out, dude. 11 starts. He's got a 2.18 goals against average and a .923 save percentage, 7-3-1 record. Even with him in net, they're playing awesome. The defensive system of the Jets are far superior than anything Ottawa can bring to the table here. So I absolutely love Winnipeg at minus 142. Hell, I might even be looking towards Winnipeg in like a regulation win or something here. Probably find that like minus 110 or plus 100 or something. But yeah, give me the Jets every which way possible. Over under in this game. Ottawa has been scoring goals. You know, they got offensive firepower. That's all they do have, but they're just liability on the back end, bro. Nobody gives a shit on the defensive side of the puck here. So, you know, I can see this game going over, even with the strong defensive play that the Jets have had at 6.5 plus 100.
Yeah, I don't quite get this line. I guess it is because Scheifele's out and Winnipeg is on the road, and the Sens are, you know, over 500 at home, 12-11 at home, only 4-13 on the road. But the Winnipeg's just been on a amazing tear over the past 2 months at this point, not allowing more than 3 goals in a game. Haven't allowed more than 2 goals in a game since December 18th. What's that? That's 15 or 13 games in a row there. Dating back to December 2nd, start of December, they're 17-2-2. Ottawa has 16 wins total this season, so Winnipeg just completely outplaying them here. Yeah, I think Ottawa's better than their record showed, but their recent games are only, you know, they beat Montreal, they beat San Jose, they beat Buffalo a few weeks ago, but they've been losing to even half decent teams, and Winnipeg is one of the best teams in the league here. So love Winnipeg minus 142. Sprinkle the puck line plus 180. I don't see Ottawa scoring too many here. I see Winnipeg getting up, probably 2-3-0, and then kind of cruising to maybe like a 4-1, 4-2 type of win. So give me Winnipeg here, and then the under 6.5 at -120 as a lean.
Right. I know Scheifele's out. That's why the line is depressed. But you know what? You know who's back? Kyle Connor. He didn't get a point in his first game, but he was active, got some shots in, and yeah, I think that he'll get back into the flow of things pretty quickly. Give me the Jets here. This number is just too short here. And the Sens, yeah, they got a big win against the Avs and the Canadians, but Canadians were in a terrible spot. I don't know if they get too much respect based off that result, but if so, that's not the right reason. So give me the Jets here. Another game where it's like we got an over team versus an under team. Jets obviously the under, Sens the over. So 6.5 in a Jets game though, but it's a Sens game. I'm staying away from the total, but I would lean to the under because I like the Jets to win the game, and I think that they can stifle the Sens offense. The Sens offense is really good, but that's about the only good thing about this team. But I'm not going to play a total. Just give me the Jets money line.
I heard the Sens were shopping Chikrin, which is insane considering he was like their big bring-in, like what, last year?
Yeah, well, you know what? Jake Sanderson is the best defenseman. Like that guy is like the one bright spot of the Sens season this year. He's unreal. He's better than Shabbat too.
Well, they got too many. We talked about this before. They just got too many offensive cooks on the back end, right? You need people to start playing back end. Another thing about Ottawa, dude, every defenseman they have on their team's left-handed. They don't have a single right-handed shot. That's a problem. You can't have this many guys playing their offside and just hoping that it kind of pans out. So they got to get something working on that back end, man.
I don't think Jacques Martin is the guy for the job. Fucking
no,
75 years old.
That's a fucking train wreck. All right, anyway, maybe that'll be an off-season show. You guys can just let me absolutely fucking tear apart this team for the All-Star break or something. All right, moving down to the 3 p.m. time slot. We got the Nashville Predators against the Arizona Coyotes. Game itself is in Arizona. Nashville on the money line at -125. Coyotes on the money line at +105. The over-under is at 6. Overpaying off -102. The under -118. This Nashville team has been buzzing lately, dude. They've just been humming around with the puck. Like even when I watch them, they're a fun team to watch. Physical, a lot of running gun offense. It seems like we're getting out of these Preds here. Saros has been he's been trying to get back alive. He was excellent in that game against the Kings the other night. Against the Coyotes here, who have been hovering in the middle of the pack, currently out of a playoff spot. They're chasing down Nashville, so they got a lot to play for. This is a team that has been good at home, 13-9-0. With all that being said, I'm leaning towards the Preds in here, man. These are grown men playing hockey. Every time I look at them, they're just big old bodies. Then they're fucking mean. So there's a lot to like there, especially from the back end with the likes of Roman Josi kind of carrying everything as well. He's still a stud even at his age. The road record's good too. It's 12-8-1. The one thing I do want to focus on here, though, the most is just division record, dude. Like the Preds have been lighting up their division 8-4-0 against Arizona 7-6-1. I love Nashville in this game. I love my Yotes. I always love my Yotes, especially at home. But I'm going to be taking the Preds here at -125. And as far as over/under goes in this game, both teams towards the back third of the league when it comes to goals for per game. Both goalies can be successful and steal games for them. So Connor Ingram and UC Saros going head to head. I'm going to lead towards the under 6 at -118. I'll be looking for an early goal though. So if there's like an early goal in the first 5 minutes and this line moves to 6.5 on the under, like -125 goes up that half goal, I'll definitely be looking for that live.
Yeah, I think under 6 -118 would be the best bet for this one for me. Connor Ingram's been solid pretty much all year long for the Coyotes. Saros has been up and down for the Preds, but he's had 3 solid starts now after giving up 5 in back-to-back games. Nashville's gone under in I think 2 or 3 straight here. Yeah, 3 straight. Arizona's gone under in 2 straight, 5 goals or less in both of those. So even if it's 5.5 plus money, I still lean that way on the under. For a side, I got to go lean to Nashville here, -125, but it is tough betting against the Coyotes at home, 13-9-0 at home. Like Talon said, Nashville is 12-8-1 on the road. So, yeah, Nashville's playing good hockey right now. Won 3 of their past 4 against, pretty tough opponents. So I would lean that way, and a stronger lean to the under 6 -118.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. Predators all the way here. Like this team a lot. Coyotes kind of faltering now. But give me the over. I'm going to go against you guys with the total. I think that I like this a lot better if it's going to be Vachbuk in net. But even with Ingram, I don't believe in the Coyotes defense, but they got a lot of forward pressure and all that. Good power play for both teams. So yeah, I think we'll see goals in this one. So yeah, over 6, but stronger on the Predators money line.
Bad boy.
All right. We are brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S.-based and available in 40 states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Plus, tons of other fun social features that give the feel of a betting social network, like group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, user profiles, fan groups, and more. Cut offers low and vague and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things for you as well, so you don't have to chase down anyone for money. I also have rewards. You get cash back every single time you bet against your friends or other users. Cut is the peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S.-based and legal in 40 states. Head to cut.com, that's KUTT.com, and use promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. And we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, what's a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. No matter the sport, simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. And when you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
All right, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We have the Montreal Canadiens against the Boston Bruins. Game itself is in Boston. Montreal on the money lines at plus 240. Bruins on the money lines at minus 298. Big home favorites. Bruins on the puck line at minus 1.5. It's paid off minus 115. The over-unders at 6. Over sitting at minus 125. The under plus 105 here. You know what? This might be a bit of a bold take, but I'm just going to come straight without it. Like, I kind of like Montreal on the reverse here on the plus 1.5 and minus 105. You look at these teams' last couple of games here throughout the season. Obviously, the Sens loss was just a shit show and they lost 6-2, but beating the Devils 3-2, beating the Avalanche 4-3, losing 2-1 to the Oilers, losing 3-2 to the Flyers, winning 4-3 to the Rangers, like beating the Stars, beating the Lightning. You know, they lost 5-3 to the Hurricanes, but that was an empty net goal to kind of ruin the puck line here. A lot of these games are close. They're 1-goal games, so this team seems to find themselves in either that or an absolute blowout. But there's been more of those close games than there has the blowouts lately. So I'm going to be looking at the halves plus 1.5 minus 105. This game is in Boston, so you know if it was in Montreal, I would love that play a hell of a lot more. I know we saw this Habs team go into Boston, I think a few weeks ago or November or some shit like that, and they got their ass kicked, but. Original 6 battle, man. Martin St. Louis should have these boys pumped and ready to go after a big upset to rivals like the Sens here, playing another rivalry team right after. I'm going to be on the Habs on the puck line plus 1.5. Then over under in this game. Oh, this is kind of a toughie here. I don't know. Boston hasn't really been crazy scoring. They're 11th in the league, which is good. Montembeau's been playing fine. His numbers are actually pretty good. 2.85 goals against average and a .910 save percentage. Yeah, I'll lean towards the under, I guess, here. The under 6 at plus 105. I wish it was 6.5. But either way, it is what it is. And if Boston scores early, and if that Montreal puck line moves to like plus 2.5 for whatever reason, I'll be all over that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if the Bruins should necessarily be minus 300 favorites here. You know, they clearly are the better team. They've had 3 straight wins here. You know, good wins over New Jersey and Colorado, both by 3 goals. But like you said, Talon, Montreal has been playing some solid hockey. You know, kind of got mixed into the schedule, a bit bad schedule spot back-to-back in Ottawa. Got beat 6-2 there. But yeah, these teams split the meeting so far this season. In Montreal, it was 3-2 in overtime. The Habs won, and then Boston won 5-2 at home. So I feel like here you either have to go with the Bruins puck line at minus 115, or the bet I'm going to go with here is the draw at plus 425. That seems pretty high here. One of the 2 games already went to overtime this season. Montreal's gone to overtime 3 of their past 7 games. Boston gone to overtime 4 of their past 6. You know, that 4-game, 3-game losing streak and then win in overtime. Montreal's gone to overtime 16 times this season, most times in the league. Boston 14, tied for 3rd most. I feel like that's probably the best value play is the draw plus 425. And yeah, no real strong play on the side or total. Just, you know, sprinkle the draw and hope you get a overtime game here.
Lean to the Habs here. You've been on it for a while. Bruins are kind of, living life on the seat of the pants. Needed a passes carrying them much like Kucherov is carrying Tampa. He had a hat trick in the last game against the who was that? Was it the Avalanche game? he had a hat trick against whoever they played last. I think it was the Avalanche game.
It was.
Yeah. But I don't think that's quite sustainable. So give me the Habs here. I think that they are up for this rivalry game. They've been a good road team. I know Bruins are awesome at home and all that, but still plus 240. I think is a little bit too generous. And I'm with Talon on the under 6 to plus 105. Like the Canadians aren't exactly an offensive juggernaut, and the Bruins certainly aren't either. And both teams are capable defensively with decent goaltending, especially from the Bruins, with the same with net, especially. So yeah, under 6 would be my favorite look in this one, but I might sprinkle a little bit on the Habs. We'll see where this line goes.
All right, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Vancouver Canucks. Game itself is in Vancouver here. Leafs on the money line at plus 110. Canucks on the money line at minus 130. The over-unders is 6.5. Over paying off minus 130. The under plus 110 here. This is a toughie, bro, for Leafs. You know, the sky's falling, as what happens in Toronto around this time of the year every year. Coaches need to be fired. You know, players need to be gone. Everybody sucks. GM needs to be fired as well. But no, I don't know. This team has been playing like shit. There's been a lot of problems. This team has blown leads in 4 out of their 5 past games. Lucky to get that coach's challenge call last night that we were talking about against Calgary Heroes. So that would have been a tie game with like 5 minutes left. That could have been a shit show. I don't know. The saving grace is that Austin Matthews is just cooking, man. Like this guy's been an absolute stud. Hat trick last night. He's got like 37 goals in like 42 games or something crazy like that. That's absolutely insane. So he's got the boys buzzing. Canucks are playing the better hockey. You know, I know they were really hot out the gate, dropped back a little bit. Well, they've been a much better team as of late. First in the Pacific, they're 7-2-1 in their past 10 games here. Home record of 15-4-1. This is crazy, dude. It pains me to say it. Probably lean in Vancouver, you know, with my brain in this game. I'll be betting the Leafs though, because I'm a dumb piece of shit. But you should bet the Canucks. I will say that. Maybe look for like a Sam Lafferty anytime goal scorer or something, because that's just how this works. You know, I hit a Matthews Kadri goal scoring play last night. That's Leafs let their old players score on them. It's just what happens, man. So yeah, I'll be leaning towards Vancouver in this game. And then as far as over under goes, kind of leaning towards the over. This is the first time I have a back-to-back for the Leafs here, so I imagine you'll see Martin Jones. Maybe you'll see Samsonov, though. They played Detroit on Sunday. I imagine you'll probably see Martin Jones in this game, but you never know with the way Sheldon Keefe's been going. But I think either way, Vancouver, you know, they're first in the league for goals scored per game, and then Toronto finds a way to put the biscuit in the basket themselves. So give me the over and give me the Canucks, but also the Leafs.
Yeah, this is a tough game, right? It looks like the Leafs have most of their defensemen back. It looks like it's only Klingberg and Muzzin on the injury report here.
That's not good though, bro.
I don't know if that means much though, based on.
Well, Muzzin's out for the rest of his career.
Yeah, no, I know Muzzin's done. I'm looking at on the injury report.
Klingberg's done for the year.
Yeah, but they got what's his name? Lilligren's back. I don't know if McCabe was out. McCabe's back up. He's not a top pair defenseman. Joel's celebrating something. I don't know if it is.
Shinben Zhang, tiebreak winner. Let's go. I got stuff to say about that. We'll save it for later, though. Keep going. But fuck yes. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think, you know, you got to lean to Vancouver here at minus 130. Talon brought up the home record. Even the overall record, Toronto is 22-13-8. It's 22 wins, 21 losses, just barely over 500 there. If you just go straight wins and losses, you know, decent win in Calgary there to bounce back from quite a few blown leads in a row. But I think Vancouver had a tough spot coming back home. Beat Arizona 2-1 there on Thursday night. So I lean that way, minus 130 here. For a total, I don't necessarily lean one way or the other. I'm like, if it's going to go under, I feel like it's going to be like a 4-2 game like the Leafs have lost recently. But I could see it going over like some Leafs games have gone recently. So passing the total, but a lean to the Canucks.
It's Jimmy Rutherford extension day here in Vancouver. That's been all the rage, all the talk shows, all the people talking about how great of a job Jimmy Rutherford has done here in his, short time here. I mean, there's been a run of terrible GMs here in Vancouver, so you can understand their excitement when somebody who actually knows what he's doing is around to take the helm. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And yeah, for this game, it's irrelevant, but I thought I should mention it. 3-year extension. For this one though, I like the over 6.5 minus 130. It's a Leafs game. I usually look to the over in those ones, and the Canucks are no opponent that I would look otherwise. The way that they play, the way their shooting percentage is. I know Demko's been back to his early season form lately, which is good to see. But still, with the Leafs firepower, Matthews, like when he scores in bunches, seemingly. Like when he gets a goal, he'll get a few more. And so for that reason, I think both teams will score in this one. Of course, the first game, I think it was 5-2. Maple Leafs did a good job shutting down the Canucks top line, but we have a different top line now, the Lotto line. So it'll be interesting to see how Keefe adjusts to that. The best on best there. Canucks will have the shift change advantage with the home ice. So I think that'll work in their favor. Leading to the Canucks with the Maple Leafs on the back-to-back. If the Leafs win this one, I'm going to hammer. Who did they play? The Kraken on Sunday?
Detroit. Oh, no, not Detroit. Is it Detroit?
That's who you said.
Yeah,
it's Seattle. No, I meant to say Seattle. The Lightning are playing Detroit tomorrow. That's what I meant. Yeah, they got Seattle the next game. So.
Right. I'll bet that already if lines are up. Bet the Kraken on Sunday. But I love it even more if the Leafs win this one. For this one, I think the over is the best play. Lean to the Canucks. They're just playing better hockey right now. And the Leafs are desperate and all that. Like, we could see the relief on Sheldon Keefe's face after the win against the Flames. They're at dark times there, but they could have another desperate performance here and play the best hockey and whatever. But Canucks are just relentless and consistent, so I'll take them. But stronger playing the over. I think we'll just see goals in a fun afternoonish matchup here. I wish this was on later at night, but of course we got the Battle of Alberta to pay attention to later on, and of course all the football.
Damn right. All right, moving on to the 7 p.m. time slot. We got the Dallas Stars against the New Jersey Devils. Game itself is in New Jersey here. Dallas on the money line at minus 125. Devils on the money line at plus 105. The over-under is 6.5. Over paying off minus 115. The under minus 105. Joel, what do you got going on in this game, dude?
Oh, it's a Stars game. I like the over. It's a Devils game. I like the over. It's easy bet for me. Over 6.5. Absolutely love this one. Stars are terrible defensively, especially without Mira Heiskanen. I don't know if he's going to be playing this one, but if he is, I don't expect him to be 100%. And Ryan will tell you how terrible the Stars were defensively after seeing them get shelled by the Flyers. Ottinger, though, encouraging. He's back to his early season form the past couple of games. Like, he was the only reason why the Stars were in that one for as long as they were, right? And he was the only reason why the Stars shelled the Kings like 5-1. The Kings were the better team for most of that one, but Ottinger is playing unreal like he did to start the season, which makes me wonder if his injury didn't happen while he was still playing, and that kind of explains his poor play before he got ruled out and all that. So that could be interesting. Ottinger is currently around 30-1 to win the Vezina, something to keep an eye on. If he really is back to his early season form, but we'll see. But for this one, I don't expect that to happen because the Devils, they still have a decent offense even without their injuries. Timo Meier's back. Alexander Holtz got another goal today. He's a young kid who's playing a bit better lately. And the Stars do have a lot of firepower offensively, even though totally shut down by the Flyers. But the Devils aren't going to shut anyone down. They're playing John Marino on his offside because they have so many injuries on their defensive side. Like I think it's they have all these right-handed guys and they're playing on the offside, or it could be vice versa. But either way, they're not playing in their correct position because Brendan Smith is also out now for the Devils. Like, it doesn't end for these guys' injuries. So I like the Stars here. I love them coming off that embarrassment in Philly, and I love the over 6.5. I think the Stars roll this one. I mean, minus 125, that's a beauty price against a team that are reeling in the Devils. I mean, yeah, they beat the Blue Jackets today, but it was on the back of Vanacek. Like, they don't win that game 4-1 without Vanacek making several crucial stops. And also another stupid offside goal that was reviewed and overturned. So, yes, Stars in the over.
Yeah, I love the Stars here. I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. You know, they went against a hot Flyers team that's, running on vibes and has 4 lines that they can go with. I mean, it's 3+ lines because they're only running 11 forwards even. And I don't necessarily believe in the Devils' offense as much as Joel does here. Like, looking at their lines, top line Toffoli, Hischier, Bratt, second line Meier, McLeod, Mercer, sure, whatever, but like they're not I mean, the Flyers don't have any star power, but they have 4 second lines like we talked about with the Kraken a few weeks ago. So I think back-to-back here for the Devils is even worse. I think they lost 5 straight on the second half back-to-backs. When I counted Vancouver, they lost to Anaheim, they lost to San Jose, they lost to Edmonton on back-to-back. So going to be bad there, even though Nico Dawes has been playing decent in net for them. But I think the Stars here -125 is a fantastic price. I can see that moving a lot higher here on a back-to-back for New Jersey. So all over that. But I do like the under 6.5 at -105. I'm not a believer in the Devils offense, as I just said. They've had 4 straight unders now. They only put up 4 against Columbus there. The Stars are going to, lock things down, not allow 43 shots again. They've also had 3 straight under games. I like the under 6.5, but I like the Stars even more.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I like Dallas a lot in this game at -125. Obviously, with the Devils coming off a back-to-back here, the Stars coming off that terrible performance against the Flyers. What were the shots in that game? It was like 45-15 or something crazy.
Yeah,
like
43-15. Yeah.
What was after the first period? Is like what, like 15-3 or something?
First period is 15-1. The Flyers had a goal and the Stars had 1 shot.
That's
I think the Stars got their shot like pretty early on too.
Holy shit, that's crazy, dude. But yeah, with Jake Ottinger back, he's been an absolute stud. He was lights out in that game too. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Dallas here. Their road record is pretty decent at 12-5-3. New Jersey's been kind of shit at home, 9-10-2 record here. As far as over under, I'm with Ryan here, man. I really like the under 6.5 in this play. You think in New Jersey, and like, yes, they're scoring and they have a good offense and shit like this. But one of the things that stands out is that their power play has just been so good, dude. It's 3rd in the league, shooting at a 28.3% chance. Well, guess what? The Stars are the 3rd best penalty kill in the league at 84.6% kill rate, and they're 2nd in the league when it comes to least amount of penalty minutes per game, sitting at 7.5. So that power play that's been doing so much damage for the Devils here from an offensive side of things, I don't think we're going to see it stand out as much in this game. And then Nico Dawes, I guess, is expected to start. Vanacek played today, so 2.71 goals against average, 0.916 save percentage. Kid's been looking all right, So throw him with Ottinger there. The 6.5, I'll be all over the under, -105. All right, moving to the 8 p.m. time slot. We got the Washington Capitals against the St. Louis Blues. Game itself is in St. Louis here. Washington on the money line sitting at -102. Blues on the money line at -118. The over-under's at 6. Over paying off +105. The under -102. We just saw this game, same game, like 2 days ago. Obviously, we were talking about it as a 5-2 win for Washington. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This is kind of a hard one to predict. Both these teams are just the definition of mid. I guess maybe you lean to the Caps again, although they've been a better home team than they have been at road, and St. Louis has been a better home team than at road as well. So I don't know. If there's a pass game, I guess it would be this one, but maybe give me the Caps -102. And as far as over-under goes in this game, fuck, dude, I hate this, but if you're going to give me the number at 6, I guess I'll be leaning towards the over.
Yeah, this is pretty close to a pass game here. I guess I would lean to the Caps after beating them 5-2. They've been playing better recently, 4-2 in their past 6 games. Somehow still in the playoff race there in the East. But the Blues, they're a different team at home for some reason. 13-8-1 at home. So I'm not going to put money on either team here, but I may take the over 6 at +105. We saw a 5-2 game there. I think it was 4-2 for a while. Yeah, could see an over 6 at +105, but no real strong play for anything for this game.
You locked up the under in the last one, then it goes over. Now you lean.
Yeah, I learned my lesson, Joel. I learned my lesson.
Well, I'm going the other way because you know what happens when teams play each other, they get familiar with each other, and that tends to lead to fewer chances against. So I'll take the under 6 -125. The side is basically the same price as the first game, and I don't think I really had a strong play either way in that one. If you just switch it for the home ice advantage, of course. So yeah, just give me the under 6 -125. I don't like either team's offense, and both teams have at least capable goaltending. So yeah, let's go with the real boring game here. I don't even, like I said, I would not watch this game in the first place, so I don't know what happened. I don't know why there were so many goals, but I don't expect it to happen again. I don't expect there to be 7 fucking goals in a Capitals Blues game. Just give me the under 6 -125.
That's the ad break there. We are brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every bet with historical stats and data. And you can enter any parlay idea into Hall of Fame Bets revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which picks have value. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit a12bets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. 15% off everything in the store now until the end of the month using promo code playoffs. It's already the 19th here. Going to be the 20th when you guys listen to this, if not later. So end of January coming up fast. Make sure you get in those merch orders. We're competing against other shows for a bonus. Shout out Catfish. He tweeted out he bought some new hoodies, some new stuff there. So shout out to him. And so support the show, support the boys, buy some merch. You can also support us by subscribing on YouTube, going live there. Got another comment from one of our diehards here, Sharky, saying that he likes the graphic but hates how our videos are so small now. So I might see if we can get some sort of a better overlay here and just have the odds at the bottom. But suck it up for now, Sharky.
It's not the size, Shark. It's how you look at it, I guess. Does that make sense? No. All right, moving on to the 10 p.m. time slot. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins against the Vegas Golden Knights. Game itself is in Vegas here. Pittsburgh on the money line sit at -105. Vegas on the money line at -115. The over-under is at 6. Over paying off -115. The under -105 here. This is a tough one, dude. Like, the Penguins have been playing some awesome hockey. They're 6-2-2 in their last 10. But god damn it, dude. I just looked earlier before the show. We were talking about this, and this Vegas home record at 12-5-2. It's fucking wild, man. Like, I don't understand. This team can't be beat at home, even with that piece of shit in net, Logan Thompson here, whose numbers are actually pretty good with a 2.63 goals against average and a 0.91 save percentage. But with no Eichel, no Theodore, like, I don't know. I guess I'm going Pittsburgh in this game at -105. I don't really love it, but they've just been playing some good hockey. I got some investments in Pittsburgh making playoffs this year too, so maybe I got to go with my boys here. I don't love that play though, but and as far as over-under goes, I guess I'll lean towards the under. This isn't very convincing, but I don't know. Neither team's really barn burners at scoring goals. I guess they're both tied in 7th, for goals allowed, so that's good defensively, but 19th and 17th for goals for per game. Give me the under 6 -105, and give me Penguins -105 on the money line.
Yeah, I don't really have a strong play for the side here. I think like Vegas at home, like Talon said, 17-5-2. Pittsburgh on the road, 10-7-4. So under 500 straight up on the money line there. Yeah, they've been playing good hockey over the past 10 games. They're the 4th best expected goals for%. Vegas is down there with the 10th worst. They obviously still have those injuries to Eichel. I think Carlson was transferred to LTIR today. Theodore's out. So yeah, they have these guys just playing up the lineup, and maybe they're playing well enough to stick there. Did have good wins against the Rangers and Preds, but I can't back them here. But I do like the under 6 at -105. Vegas has gone under in quite a few straight games, 4 or 5 straight there, and then 4 straight before that with 1-5-2 game there. So I like the under 6 here at -105. Pittsburgh has also been an under team so far this season. Under is 24-15-3 in their games. They've had back-to-back unders. 4 of the past 5 have gone under, with the one being a 3-3 into overtime. So yeah, give me Vegas here, or the under here in Vegas -105, and maybe a play on the draw. I could see that happening. Interconference game, both teams fighting for playoff positioning. So that's never a bad look in this type of game.
Of course, you know what side I'm going to be on after banging the drum for Penguins for division for the past little bit. Of course, going to back the Penguins here against the fraudulent Golden Knights. I love this Penguins team, the way that they're playing. I think they deserve to have more success in the standings than they do, but we're process-oriented, not result-oriented. Penguins team playing great. They're getting excellent goaltending, good defense, despite Erik Karlsson being on the team, which is a miracle in and of itself. Maybe Mike Sullivan deserves some Jack Adams consideration just for Erik Karlsson not being a total sieve defensively. turning the puck over every other shift like he was in San Jose. Yeah, so I love the Penguins here as the small dogs. Gold Knights, yeah, they thrashed the Rangers, but I think the Rangers were partying. And I know Sidney Crosby's got these boys fired up. We're on a mission now. They're not going to be partying. They got a job to do. They can go to Vegas in the offseason, maybe after they beat the Golden Knights in the final. Who knows? But, yeah, the Penguins here I think are going to win this game. I kind of like the over. I mean, lately, both teams are playing under games and all that, but I don't believe in the Golden Knights goaltending, and I do think that the Penguins offense continues to improve. So give me the over, whatever. And one bit of concern, it's kind of alleviated with Kyle Dubas saying they're not going to trade Jake Gensel, but the rumors are swirling. Maybe that's just here in Vancouver because everyone wants him with the connection between Jimmy Rutherford and the Penguins organization, of course. So if he goes to Vancouver, I'll deal with it. But otherwise, I hope he stays in Pittsburgh there for obvious reasons. Because Crosby's not making it to 50 goals without Jake Gensel. So give me the Pens here and give me the over.
All right, moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot. This is always awesome. We got the Battle of Alberta here. Edmonton Oilers against the Calgary Flames. Game itself is in Calgary here. Edmonton on the money line sitting at minus 155. Flames on the money line at plus 130. The over-under sitting at 7. Over paying off plus 110. The under at a minus 130 here. Dude, the Oilers might be the most fun team to watch in the NHL right now. This team is absolutely awesome. They're on a fucking 12-game winning streak, which is just insane. They're scoring goals left, right, and center. 5th in the league for goals scoring. McDavid is so nasty at hockey, dude. And I don't know if it's just the Leaf game from what I saw, but like when this guy's not scoring, he's hitting. He's mucking and grinding. After the whistle, he's in there just, getting in the scrum a little bit. Smell my stinky gloves, all that shit. That's what you want to see out of a player of his caliber. It's almost a little bit like, not quite like Ovechkin, because when Ovechkin wasn't scoring, he would just absolutely run guys over back in the day. But like, there's a little bit of that nastiness there. And you know what that is? That's give a shit level, dude. This guy cares. And we all know that Draisaitl's always had a nasty side to him too. Hyman's been a stud. He's not afraid to get in there and back down to Vander Kane. Offensively, like, this is one of the most fun teams to watch in the entire league. Defensively, yes, there's a lot to be desired, but they're getting goaltending, which helps save everything, man. Stuart Skinner hasn't been scored on more than 2 times in his past 8 games. And I think he has been scored on like more than 3 times in his past like fucking like 15 or 14 or something crazy like that. It's absolutely insane. This guy's had a full turnaround from where he was. And you know what? That's been like one of the simple underlies why this team's had so much success is they're finally getting somebody that can stop a goddamn puck in the net. I love the Oilers in this game. Be minus 155. Obviously, it'll be a blast. The Battle of Alberta. You never know what's going to happen. You can expect both teams to show up. Oilers are 9-4-0 in division games this year, though, man. They're just absolutely killing it. As far as over-under goes, I'm taking the under 7, minus 130. We know the Oilers can score. We know they go over. But like I just said, Stuart Skinner's been an absolute stud. And Jacob Markstrom's been fantastic, too. He is day-to-day with a lower body injury. I imagine he'll play. I hope so. Who's their backup? Voudar's their backup, and he stinks. But if Markstrom's in this game, I love the under so much. He's got 2.59 goals against average, a .912 save percentage here. And I don't know. The Flames defensively have been fine. Do you know what the Flames are right now? Like, I know they've been playing some good hockey, but they're kind of like a bland penne alla vodka, Like you want so much more, and then you take a bite of it, and you're just expecting really goodness, and it's not bad, but it's just kind of mid. So I don't know. They've been good lately, but I'm going to be all over the Oilers here, and I'm going to be on the under minus 130.
What did you say it was? Is that a food?
Yeah, like a penne alla vodka. You never had a penne alla vodka?
No, I have not.
It's like a vodka tomato sauce. It's really good if it's done right.
It's not Indian, so Joel's never had it. It's not spicy either. So
very true.
East Coast thing.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I agree with Town for pretty much all.
We don't have Italians out here, okay?
But we do have a talent here on the show.
There you go.
All right, I love the Oilers here, minus 155. They've been playing great hockey. 12 straight wins, and yeah, the Jets gotta watch out here. The Oilers have allowed 2 goals or fewer in 10 straight, 3 goals or fewer in 13 straight. Only allowed 15 goals in 10 wins, 10 games since the holiday break. So they've been playing great defense there. Stuart Skinner stepped up in net as well. Love the Oilers for minus 155. Like the under 7 minus 130. And I'm going to take a chance here on the Flames team total under 2.5 at plus 140. Edmonton has been very stingy defensively as of late. Edmonton won 5-2 in the first battle of Alberta at home last season. They took 2 of 3, 2-1 and 3-2. Calgary to take the first meeting 4-3, but Edmonton seems to have their number right now, and this could be Calgary going cold again after having a 4-game winning streak against not great opponents there. Ottawa, Arizona twice, and then a shorthanded Vegas team. So love the Oilers here at minus 155 and fade the Flames at under 2.5 plus 140.
Can't argue with any of that. Oilers are the best team in the league right now, playing some good hockey. Even when they're not playing, terrific, they're just getting the job done, which is what's encouraging me for their playoff prospects. This is how you win playoff games. We spoke about this before. They're not just relying on their power play. They're getting goaltending, good defense, all that good stuff that wins you a long series. Yeah, I think that'll bear fruit here against the Flames, who they've owned lately in this rivalry. So yeah, give me the Oilers, and we've been on the Oilers under train for a little bit, and it's paid off because like I said, they're not dominating on the power play. They're playing great defensively and all that stuff. So under 7, the thing about that Battle of Alberta though, these games get wacky. We get a lot of penalties, we could get a lot of power plays, so we could definitely see an 8, 9, 10 goal game. But based on the way that the Oilers have been tracking lately, I would lean to the under. Although the Flames have been terrible defensively lately, they've just been bailed out by some good goaltending, especially from Markstrom. So his health is key for this. So lean to the under. Not a strong play. I would bet the Oilers though. Although minus 155 is getting a little up there, but I'm sure you could find better prices around as of this moment.
See, am I crazy? But who do the Flames really have on their team that are going to go and muck and grind? Like Kadri, maybe Tanev.
I think Coleman's a grinder.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see this being great. Yeah, I guess
Flames have a bunch of grinders.
Maybe they do have a couple guys. You're right.
Rasmus Anderson, I think, has some big hits sometimes.
It's just every time I see them,
they have Tanev still, right?
Yeah, that's what we said. But every time I see them, they just look like a bunch of pussies. I don't know. I'm sorry, Calgary. Don't hate me. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
He needs to do Winnipeg.
Yeah. No, there is a new one. It's Ottawa. Straight up, it's Ottawa. All right, moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot here. We got the Anaheim Ducks against the San Jose Sharks. Game itself is in San Jose. If you're watching this game, you're either a fan of one of these two teams or you're just, fucking stupid. There's so much other shit going on this night. You got the Battle of Alberta. Football game will still be on. Pittsburgh, Vegas, New York, LA. I don't know why you'd be watching this game. Even if you are a fan of these teams, it sucks. Anyways, Ducks on the money line. I'm sorry. I gotta stop carving people. Ducks on the money line.
Just don't carve people with actual fans. Teams with actual fans.
That's fair.
Nobody's gonna care about this.
That's
your
fair.
little rant there.
Ducks on the money line minus 125. Sharks on the money line plus 105. Over unders at 6.5. Over sitting at plus 105. The under minus 125 here. Shit, man. I don't know. The first thing I'm going to say, I love the under in this game, 6.5. It seems like these California battle games always tend to go under. We saw these guys play each other in November. It was a 4-1 final, I think, for Anaheim. So the under would have hit in that game. Give me the under 6.5 minus 125, first of all. Second of all, I don't know, man. This game sucks. Anaheim's on the first night of a back-to-back, if that even matters. Ducks are a better road team, 9-12-0 here. So maybe there's something to that. I guess I would have to lean Ducks in this game. But yeah, I don't. You know what it is? I feel like the Sharks team is just made up with a bunch of guys that shouldn't be in the NHL, and the Ducks have players that probably would be okay if they had a new home, So maybe the Battle of California actually means something a bit more to these Anaheim players. So give me the Ducks minus 125. Give me the under.
Yeah, there's one factor here into why I like the Sharks at plus 105. That is the
Analytics.
Well, no, not Talonix. The Shark would absolutely destroy a duck if the duck waded into waters that Sharks were in. But Captain Logan Couture is making his long-awaited season debut here for the Sharks. So that's got to be a big deal for the boys. They're going to want to get up for Couture's first game at home here Saturday night at the Shark Tank. So Sharks plus 105 would be my play for this one. Kind of do agree with the under, but yeah, it was a 4-1 game this season. But last season we saw 5-4, 6-1, 5-4, 6-5. So these could be some wild games. So not going to take the total here, but I do like the Sharks at plus 105.
That fuels my bet on the Ducks because the rising star theory. We know about these guys coming back from long injuries. The rest of the team kind of like takes a deep breath, be like, oh, we're saved by this great player. He's going to come save the day.
But the Sharks don't care about winning. They're just going to rally around trying to win for their captain.
No, I don't see that. I think the Ducks are just a much better team. I know they're pretty banged up themselves, but they still have a bunch of NHLers, which is more than you could say for the Sharks. Yeah, give me the Ducks. I think they are a much better team than the Sharks. I could understand if there was a bigger number here on the Sharks, but they are too bad to be only taking plus 105. I like the Ducks, but I like the under even more. We talked about fading human achievement, taking these unders and these terrible teams. Worked out for the Blackhawks game, Sharks game. It was a 1-1 at the end of the regulation. Worked out there. Well, it'll work out here again. Talon said that these games tend to go under. Maybe lately, but I remember back in the day, like these games are always mad. But they actually had NHL.
The teams were good.
Yeah, or even though they're like not terrible, right? Like because they're just like just playing for entertainment to the 10 fans in the building, especially for the Ducks in the last years of Getzlaf. But yeah, under 6.5. Neither team has really a lot of weapons. So and both teams have decent goaltending relative to the rest of the lineup. So under 6.5 would be my favorite look in this one, but I like the Ducks money line as well.
This is also a draw I'm taking here, plus 360. 3 of 4 meetings last season went to overtime. So neither team wants to get the full 2 points in this one. They're racing to the bottom.
Very true. All right, moving down to the 10:30 p.m. time slot. Last game on the docket, we got the New York Rangers against the LA Kings. Game itself is in LA here. New York on the money line at minus 105. Kings on the money line at minus 115. Over-unders at 6. Oh, my God. I'm dying. Overpaying off plus 100. The under minus 120 here. I talked about it a little bit during our Lock Dogs and Total segment. This Kings franchise seems to be in shambles a little bit, man. They started off so hot. They had that awesome road record. This team's been brutal at home, dude. 7, 8, and 5. Like I said, people are calling for Todd McClellan's head here. They want him out of there. The team system-wise doesn't seem to be playing together. It seems like there's a bit of a disrupt within the team from a player's point of view as well. The Rangers, on the other hand, they've been playing some shit hockey as of late too, kind of trying to get things back together, coming off a tough loss into this game. They've been okay on the road, though. 13, 8, and 2, I will take. I think just the talent-wise, they got to be the better team, especially with the likes of, Zibanejad, Panarin having an awesome year. We talked about that last show a little bit. Kreider, this is a guy that's capable of putting in 40 to 50 goals a year, and then defensively, they got some studs as well. Trouba, Adam Fox. So yeah, I really like the Rangers in this game at minus 105. Hell, I even like the Rangers in regulation, man. I know that there's a couple losses skewed in between here, but their past 5 wins have all been in regulation. And I think this LA team, they're in shambles right now, man. So sometimes you just fade a good team at a bad part of the year for them, and that's going to be my play. As far as over-under goes in this game here, we've been seeing a couple under games from the Kings lately here. I forget how many in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, about like 3 of their past 5 have gone under. So it's kind of in the middle, I guess. Maybe nothing too crazy, but yeah, this team's just been bad at home. So I'm going to lean towards the under 6 and minus 120. Both goalies had the potential to be well. Like Cam Talbot's had a fine year, 2.44 goals against average, 0.915 save percentage. Shesterkin's numbers have faltered a little bit. They're middle of the pack though, but we know that if he wants to, he can show up any given day. So give me the Rangers and give me the under.
Yeah, I don't have any strong plays for this one, but I do lean the Kings way here. Kings had a tough loss at home against Nashville. That was their third game in 4 nights, coming back from a Eastern Conference road trip there, and then Dallas for their final one. But the Rangers, they haven't been great recently. They're lost 5 of their past 7 games. Their only 2 wins was that back-to-back against Washington, and then they beat Seattle at home the night after Seattle was in Pittsburgh, so that was a schedule loss for the Kraken, and the Rangers still got outshot in that game. So, the Rangers before that, they only beat the Blackhawks, so they haven't been beating good teams recently. The Kings are obviously in a rut. They deserve better than they've gotten recently. I don't know if that'll turn around here, but I feel like them minus 115 against the Rangers team, I feel like also kind of in shambles right now, might be worth it. So a lean to LA here at home.
Nah, Kings in shambles is being a bit overblown. Yeah, they're not getting the results, but they're playing well. Things will start turning around. They'll just need to start finishing fucking chances, get a little bit better goaltending, though that hasn't really been the problem lately. So give me the Kings here, and I want to take the under, but the way that Shesterkin's been playing lately, it's kind of scary taking an under with him in net. If it were Jonathan Quick, maybe it's Jonathan Quick against his old team. They put him in net here for this one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, if it's Jonathan Quick in net, absolutely, I like the under. And you know what? The line will go up because it's a backup in that, so we'll bet the over, and then you go back on the other side, take the under. So that's what I'll be waiting to see what happens in terms of the goalie confirmations. If it's Jonathan Quick in net, I will wait to see where the line goes and then bet the under. But stronger play for now is on the Kings here. I think that they are the desperate team. I think they want this game a lot more, and I think that they're playing better hockey than the results have shown, certainly.
That'd be sweet. I didn't even think about that. I think they should do it. Why the Quick's been fine this year. He hasn't been any worse off than I guess Shesterkin.
He's been great this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Renaissance year. Yeah,
they should do it. Shesterkin started 3 games in a row, so hopefully Quick can get in there for one here.
That'd be sweet. All right. Consensus plays go over. What are we looking at here?
Consensus plays here. We have the Lightning -120 in Buffalo. We have the Flyers +105 at home against Colorado. We have the Jets -142 in Ottawa. The Stars -125 in New Jersey. And then I think Edmonton -155. We're all on there in Calgary.
Yeah.
That's it there. Just five money lines for us.
Wow. That's crazy to think about.
So just parlay them and you'll hit.
Yeah, or you'll lose 100%. Them all. Fade them all.
Yeah.
All right, moving down to our lock dogs and totals. Current standings here. Joelie's still in first, up 2.72 units, a record of 38, 36, and 1. Ryan's in second, record of 30 and 45, down 18.14 units. Myself, 31 and 44 record, down 20.26 units. This is fucking embarrassing, bro. I'm going to switch. I'm going to go first this time. I need to get my shit together here. Give me the Jets on the money line versus that terrible fucking city, Ottawa, in that terrible building that's not even in the city against that terrible team. Winnipeg on the money line -142 here. I think they go in and clean house, even if it is Larry Brossois. We love Larry Brossois on this podcast. For my dog, New York Rangers in regulation +165 versus LA. We just talked about it here. I think the Rangers are the better team here. They've been playing better as well, and LA is in shambles. 5 of the past 5 Rangers wins have all been in regulation. And for my total, Leafs Canucks over 6.5 -130. I'm a little bit scared for this game. I'm gonna say, I'm a little scared, but I think we're gonna see some goals here regardless.
And for myself, my lock is the Oilers -155 at the Flames. Just playing great hockey right now, and I don't think the Flames are necessarily for real. My dog are the Flyers +105 at home against the Avalanche. This is an afternoon game, so if they get this win done, I'll be watching that Rangers game in LA. The Flyers could tie the Rangers for first place in the Metro. Make sure you get on board there. And my total, Stars, Devils under 6.5 -105. Ottinger's been playing a lot better. I don't really trust the Devils offense, so I could see like a low-scoring Dallas win here after a embarrassing showing in Philadelphia.
For myself, going to the Lightning money line -120. Think they're a much better team than the Sabres. Stars in regulation +125 against the Devils. Devils on the back-to-back. Blah blah blah. The line will go up, so get this as soon as you can. And my total, I don't like to bet this 2 bets in the same game, but I'm going to do it here. Stars Devils over 6.5, going against Ryan, giving him a chance to catch up. I think that Ottinger's been good lately, but I still believe that Devils are just brutal defensively. Same with the Stars, especially without Heiskanen in the lineup. So I think we'll see goals in this one, especially with teams on the back-to-back usually are a little bit sloppier defensively. And the Blue Jackets should have scored at least 2 plus, 3 plus, maybe even 4 goals in the game. But Vanacek was excellent. So yeah, Stars Devils over 6.5 -115.
Man, I wish this game's line was like exactly 7, and I could just take the push, and then all 3 of us could be on the same total. Yeah, that'd be wicked.
I was going to change my total to the Flames team total under, and then I remembered I have the Oilers as my lock, so I'm not gonna double up there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right, boys, that wraps up. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Wow. We talk about some tennis.
Jolie, get into it, buddy. Let's go.
Well, Today was the third time in three straight days. I had a girl who was north of 1,000 favorite. Like this one is like minus 1,200. Rybakina on Wednesday, one of my girls, the best chance to win the tournament for me. She was close to minus 3,000 before the match. Goes to a tie break, 22-20. It lasts a half hour, which is the longest in Grand Slam history. I'm up at fucking 4 a.m. I only get 3 hours of sleep, and she loses anyway. So fucking nightmare even before I fall asleep. That sucked. And then another one the next day, Mira Andreev, another one of mine, Russian girl. She's only 16 years old. She's excellent little player. Look out for her for the next 10 years. She was down 5-1. So to what's her name, Diane Perry. She had 5 chances to knock her out, and she stymied them all. Came back, right back. And then she's serving for the set, and then she gets broken. So, oh fuck! Thankfully, Andreeva wins the tiebreak, and fuck, man, that was nuts. Like she was also like minus 1,800, so I thought I would lose a minus 3,000 and a minus 1,800 girl in tiebreaks, stupid tiebreaks, and then tonight during the show, I had Xinben Zhang against another Chinese girl, also minus 1,200 in another tiebreak to finish the third set, and thankfully 10-8. She pulls it off. So it's been stressful as fuck. This woman's tennis, man. I don't think that anyone should be deserving of being about minus 10,000 or whatever. Fuck. It's too chaotic. It's too random. I'm not betting these games individually. These are just girls I got futures on, but it's still extremely stressful. So that's your tennis update in the women's side anyway. The men's side is going well. Yannick Sinner looks absolutely brilliant. Let's go. The Italian German.
That was gonna be my question. Like, if you're like betting these individually or like a parlay, or if these are just your futures you have. So I'm happy to hear you're not betting minus 1,000.
No, never do that on a women's tennis match. That's for sure.
Okay. Look at that. That's how you know we're learning here, man. We're all learning on the show. But oh my gosh, I like to shout out my cat. He's been being such a good boy this game. Normally he's not. During the podcast he gets a little fired up, but he's actually being a really good boy. So. Hell yeah. All right. Let's wrap this up here. Everybody go check out the SGPN website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports, man. Obviously, we got a massive 12-game slate tomorrow. That'll be sweet. We got some sweet football games going on. What else? Just basketball. Ryan, anything going on in baseball? Is that going yet?
Pitchers and catchers around the corner. We're less than a month away now. So it's actually around the corner.
All right. Right. How your Phillies looking? You fired up?
They haven't really done much this offseason, but they're still one of the best teams in the NL. So yeah, they'll be good.
All right, cool shit, cool titties. That's going on. Tennis, Australian Open, hell yeah, lots of good stuff going on there. NBA, tons of stuff in the world of sports. You can find all that information at the SGPN website. Be sure to go check that out. Big UFC event, a Rumble. Do they call it Rumbles? Can you call it a big Rumble going on tomorrow night, Saturday night?
The Royal Rumble.
No, maybe not a Royal Rumble, but big old fight. There's going to be a couple greasers versus a couple socias tomorrow downtown Toronto, so that'll be sweet. Everybody have fun with that. I'm sure the MMA Gambling Podcast is going to be all over that, so shout out to boy Jeff Fox. Be sure to listen to it. Go to the website, listen to the other shows, read the articles, check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles that he's pumping out weekly. Those are absolutely awesome. Like I said, it's the dog days of fucking fantasy hockey, man. You're at the halfway point, and it's a grind when you're setting your lineup every goddamn day, and injuries, people in the lineup, out of the lineup. So his fantasy articles are a nice way to kind of help out with that. And shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord, man. Discord's popping off. Everyone's having a good time. It's tennis season. That's all great. So hell yeah, enjoy that. Everybody's buzzing, paying off bets, and talking hockey too. I'm sure we'll be talking some football in there tomorrow as well. So we got a little bit of everything in the channel, man. So shout out to all our friends and pals in the channel. Shout out to our boy One Sharp Shark, who admitted that he absolutely loves watching golf and gambling on golf. It's his favorite.
You can change his avatar. You got the AI machine to create a little image, and
beautiful.
He was a golfing shark for 12 hours or so.
I love that. That's great. The little Bryson DeChambeau hat on. That's good for him.
Yeah.
They say you can't golf under the sea. That's very wrong. So shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. If you want to get in there, reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction. Or you can reach out to the HGP Twitter account, social media assistant producer. We'll get you going. He'll point you everywhere you need to be. Or what you could do is just start watching some Russian 16-year-olds fucking play tennis, baby. And when you're lurking there, I shouldn't say lurking, that makes it sound creepy. When you're just observing these 16-year-olds playing tennis, chances are you won't be alone, because our very own Joel Meyer will be there being like, you know what? I think this kid's got it. And you guys can sit there and start watching and talking about it in those conversations. You'd be like, hey, by the way, how do I get into the Discord? And he'll be like, we'll get you in there. We love talking about 16-year-olds playing tennis. So when you're doing that, he'll help you out. That's how you get into the Discord, baby.
Joel, when are you gonna get in on this this hoodie? Talon has his pink one with the corgis on it. I got my gray one here, and you just got some zip up.
East Van.
Okay.
East
Oh,
Van.
does that come with a side of heroin and a rusty spoon with it?
Yeah,
Check the pockets. Yeah,
it comes with a pack of Narcan.
It's illegal here now, right? So you can see literally like they're carrying out these government issued like junk like meth bombs. Yeah, and they're like these medical containers, so you can see
it's off. But they have Narcan and shit. So if you overdose, you just get a little shot back to life, and you're laughing. They got everything you need there, as it should be.
It doesn't help the 10 junkies who die a day here. So
no,
in the province.
But now they have no excuse for dying, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. There's no way. If you do drugs unsafely in East Van, it's your own fault, goddammit. So I don't know. Whatever. Let's get out of here. All right. My name is Talon Jenkins. You can find me going to go buy some mushrooms illegally, because we still can't buy them legally yet. But we still got stories, baby. So maybe I'll be doing that. Hell yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Talon_Jenkins94.
I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Meyer, and you'll find me in East Van, because that's where I live and that's where I'm repping. Like I'm a white gangster, all the real, the true ones. They always live in the East Side. East Side represent.
Yeah, you and fucking Mad Child. All right, that's about it. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.